Hi there, I'm Rex King, and today we're talking about the Terrifier movies. So, I just got back from watching Terrifier 3 as it finally got put into my local theaters, so I finally got a chance to watch it. And I realized if I'm going to do a review on Terrifier 3, I should probably tell you my opinions on all the Terrifier movies in general, since, well, I haven't done a video on those, and that will be pretty helpful in giving you my opinions in Terrifier 3. So first off, what exactly are the Terrifier movies? Well, they are a series of three killer clown movies directed by Damien Leone, with our clown, Art the Clown, played by David Howard Thornton, and he pretty much is just a silent serial killer clown. And he goes around killing people. I could go into more specifics and details, but honestly, you kind of want to watch the movies to get those specifics and details and the bloody imagery that goes along with it. So, the first movie really was a kind of small, low budget film with just art meeting people and killing them. They're all in one location for the most part, and every time we meet a character, it's really not long before they die. So, it's kind of superfluous with all the characters we meet, and you don't really need to know who they are. It's just major killing set piece after major killing set piece. This improves with the second movie as we get more story and more character development around our central characters, and goes even further with our third movie. However, with each movie in the franchise, I will say the spectacle becomes less of the story. I mean, don't get me wrong, all three movies are gory as heck. If you are squeamish, watch none of these films. But the outlandish kills are clearly different from Terrifier 1 to Terrifier 3. Terrifier 1, they didn't have a lot holding them back. Terrifier 3, well, it was put into a major theater, so yep, there was clearly something holding them back from the spectacle we got in the first two films. That being said, it is still really fun to watch. And the highlight in all three of these movies is going to be Art the Clown. His facial expressions are absolutely spectacular. I believe David Howard Thornton plays him brilliantly, and is clearly the entire reason you're going to go see this movie. You're going to see them to see Art the Clown kill people. You're not really seeing it for the story. What story we get isn't bad, with the exception of the first movie. Like I said, the first movie is just Art the Clown meets people, kills them. The other two movies center around this kind of plot line revolving around this lady called Sienna. She and her brother kind of have a family relationship with this their father, who was apparently somebody who was obsessed with Art the Clown, going as far as to draw pictures of him, and even drew pictures of a character that is very similar to what Sienna is, and basically depicts that character killing Art the Clown, hinting that Sienna's the only one who can really stand up to Art. And pretty much it delves into those characters versus Art the Clown, and pretty much what he is. The third movie goes fully into exactly what Art probably is. And to be honest, the more we get with Art the Clown, the more story we get about him, it kind of feels like the films are starting to lose themselves a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind some stories in my horror movies, especially my slasher movies, but I really don't want them to explain what Art is, because what he is isn't important as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it does have to do with them trying to figure out how to beat him, because he seems virtually unkillable, but I don't really want them discussing what he is, because it ruins a lot of the mystery, a lot of the intrigue around the character. And I kind of like not knowing what Art the Clown is. I kind of like just theorizing about what he is. But hey, I get that this is a film franchise and you got to keep it going and come up with new, interesting storylines. And this is probably a way that they're doing that. At the end of the day, I relatively enjoy all three Terrifier movies. Terrifier 1, though just a straight up slasher movie, is still pretty good with its overall spectacle. The characters are the weakest and the story are the weakest of the entire franchise, but the film's spectacle is at its peak here. Terrifier 2, it starts to really build the story, and it's honestly the best of the stories and the characters of the three films. And honestly, gives us still a lot of cool kills, still pushes the boundaries of what you can really do in a film like this, and is still really fun to watch. Again, if you are not sensitive to gore, that is. If you are sensitive to gore, avoid all these movies. Terrifier 3 takes the concept of the other two films, dials it up a little bit with the story, changes the holiday from Halloween to Christmas to add some new things to it. But I will say there are a few moments with the story and it's having a few flaws. Mainly that this is a famous serial killer in Art the Clown who's legendary in this universe. And for some odd reason, nobody recognizes him because he's wearing a Santa outfit. What? What? I'm sorry, but his face is still clearly visible, and I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that if we today saw someone, I don't know, like Jeffrey Dahmer walking around in a Santa outfit, we would still recognize it as Jeffrey Dahmer. But nobody recognizes this famous serial killer in this outfit for some reason. I mean, yes, it wouldn't have mattered because it's not like law enforcement can do anything against Art the Clown, but still, it would have been nice to show that these people are a little bit of intelligence. That being said, I still had fun with this film. I still had fun with the spectacle, I still had fun with the story, I still had fun with Art the Clown, and though we got less of his kills, I felt like, in this movie than we've had in films past, and a couple of them even happen off screen, which is kind of a downer, really. I gotta say, this franchise overall delivers exactly what it needs to. It's a lot of fun if you're looking for some cool, bloody horror movies and you don't mind a little bit of gore. The Terrifier franchise is for you. I'm giving all these films the same score, a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed them all at the same level. I do think the second movie is the best movie in the franchise. The first movie doesn't have a lot of story, but the kills are still cool, and the third movie has maybe too much story and not enough kills, but is still fun to watch. So that's my opinion on the Terrifier films overall. What do you think about them? Let me know in the comments below, and if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.